Want to build a business? Here's some tips. Right now, you're trapped in a dead-end job and you want to get out and you want to be your own boss and you want to do something incredible with your life. Focus on significance. Focus on building a business that matters. So to do that, you're going to have to start with first, what is something that you care so deeply about that you're prepared to learn more about it than anyone else in the world? The only promise I can make you is that business is hard. Building a company is hard. I hope it's easy. I hope it's going to be fun. But I can promise that at least at certain points it is going to be hard. And in those moments, if you don't have belief, if you don't have passion, if there isn't something in you driving you that's like an obsession, you'll quit. And why wouldn't you? There's very few things in my life that I'm willing to fight that hard for. And I'm sure there are very few things in your life that you're going to be willing to fight that hard for. But to make a business grow, you're going to have to fight that hard. So make sure that you stay focused on delivering value, and that it's delivering value in an area that you care deeply about. Because for you to succeed, you're going to have to deliver more value than anyone else in your field. So ask yourself, in what area that you are deeply passionate about, are you able to bring more value to anybody else? Are you interested in learning more about that topic than anyone else? Okay, that's the high level. Now, if you want to get really nitty-gritty specific, you need to identify how big is the market that you're going after. So for instance, when we started Quest Nutrition, we were going after the food market, which is massive. It's billions of dollars. So we knew, hey, if we can really grow into this space, deliver a ton of value, something that we're definitely passionate about, we know we'll keep fighting. But if we can build something that's real, that really resonates with the customer, it's massive. And it's repeat business. It's a consumable, right? If you eat it, you love it, it brings value to your life, you're going to eat another one. And so I have this constant, never-ending cycle of having a real relationship with my customer. So what's the size of the market, and does that fit with what you want? Are you trying to build a lifestyle business, something that kicks off enough cash that you don't have to work for anybody else at, steady stream? Or are you trying to build a globally recognized, incredibly important brand that employs thousands or even tens of thousands of people? Depending on which one of those you're trying to do is going to determine the acceptable size of the market. And then if you're a small entrepreneur building your own business as a solopreneur, don't make the mistake of working in your business. There's an amazing book called The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. In fact, we did an episode with Michael Gerber of Inside Quest that I encourage you guys to watch. He's got amazing advice for solo entrepreneurs. Don't work in your business, work on your business. You need to be putting in systems, because otherwise, let's say that you're an amazing engineer or you're an incredible programmer and you want to create the next killer app. If you're spending all of your time programming the app, you're not actually building a business. You've essentially just created a job for yourself. And while you may work for yourself, you're working just like you were working before, but now there's nobody else to keep the lights on but you. So there's a lot more pressure, and you can't scale it because it all rests on your shoulders. So hire an employee to take off some of the tasks that aren't in your sweet spot, that give you the time to actually look at how you're going to scale, how you're going to grow your business, how you're going to market it, what it is that needs to be done in order to accomplish the things you actually want to accomplish. Then beyond that, one of the key things that every entrepreneur must have: sales cure all. It's a brilliant quote that I heard from Mark Cuban. Sales cure all. If you remember that, then you'll keep your priorities straight. At the end of the day, you've got to move units. At the end of the day, people have to say, yes, this is so valuable that I'm willing to pay my hard-earned money for it. And then focus on what you need to do to sell. Now, there's a couple things. First, you've got to be persuasive. You've got to be able to get a team around you. Persuasion is something that you can learn. So make sure that starting right now, you're learning how to persuade people. You're learning to convey your passion, right? You're supposedly doing something that you believe in, that you want to know more about than anybody else. It's an intersection of interest. You've gained mastery. It's something that you are now passionate about. You've got to be able to convey that passion. You've got to be able to get people to see your vision. You need to know where your 1,000 true fans are. Where do those 1,000 people that are really going to be into the product or service that you offer, where do they hang out? Do they hang out online? Do they have conventions? Could you show up at the convention and blow them away with your new thing? You want to put yourself in a position where all you have to do is make people aware that your product exists, because you've identified an unmet need. That's important. You've identified an unmet need. Don't go try to make a better mousetrap, because then you've got to execute more flawlessly than the next guy. And as somebody just starting out, the chances of you out-executing somebody that's already doing this are virtually zero. But you can come with a better idea. You can identify an unmet need. You can service that need. The more niche, the better. Because if you find a really narrow niche and get really great at that niche, now you can build that first success. And as you have that first success, then you can use that to reinvest and begin to expand your market. But start with something incredibly niche, where you know the 1,000 most influential people hang out. You know how to reach them. It's totally authentic to you. You believe in it enough to fight for it and to keep going. And then, if you're like me, I would find some partners, man. Find somebody that you want to be around, somebody that thinks like you think, that you believe in, that you trust, that you want to go on this journey with. Because dude, when it gets hard, you're going to be super grateful that you've got friends with you that are trying to accomplish the same thing. And look, I know that that's controversial and a lot of people hate partners, but for me, it is by far the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to me in business. That's how to build a business. Now go out and do it.